There was widespread concern when President Jacob Zuma sent the Financial Intelligence Center Amendment Bill back to the National Assembly last year. But after his worry around the constitutionality of warrantless searches was laid to rest, Parliament passed the bill.
The banking sector was consulted extensively by National Treasury and the Standing Committee on Finance, and we're satisfied with the final version of the bill. For the sector, we need regulatory certainty to implement the requirements introduced by the new bill.
However, it seems the warrantless searches remain a sticking point for some.
The banks will take over the powers of the police, and the Treasury will also, and financial institutions will also do warrantless searches. The employees in the bank also are not included in terms of the PIP, and they have not been vetted. They become the prosecutors, they become the judges themselves, and that we feel that it is unfair.
Billions of dollars is lost to financial crime every year. The Global Terrorism Index estimates that extremist activities cost the world economy $89.6 billion. The UN Office on Drugs and Crime says money laundering across the world could be as high as $2 trillion, which makes up for 5% of global GDP. FATF was formed to clamp down on this illegal activity. Therefore, countries who do not adhere to the rules could be seen as enabling these activities and could risk economic sanctions.
The nature of banking is such that we have corresponding banking relationships with banks that are based in other jurisdictions. And one of the requirements of these is that they can only do business with other banks if we meet these international standards.
The Financial Action Task Force meets 3 times a year. The body agreed not to raise an objection with South Africa at its most recent meeting in Paris, noting that it is satisfied with the country's compliance, but it will still deliberate on the issue at its next meeting in June. It's hoped that President Jacob Zuma will sign the amendment bill into law before then. Sumitra Nydoo, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.